All right, so today's lesson is going to be on chemical safety, and we're going to be discussing poison lookalikes. This is actually one of the most popular topics at our Progressive Agriculture Safety Days, and it has always been one of my favorite to teach, so I'm happy to include my daughters here to test their knowledge and see if they're able to tell the difference between a poison and a safe item. So we're going to explain what a lot of these items are, but right off the bat, I'm going to show you a little display, and this is actually used for travel purposes. As you know, I go around and do trainings all over North America, so it's pretty easy, can fit in my suitcase, and this is what a display, a mini version of a display would look at one of our events. As you can see, they're all in little like test tube bottles. The girls, if you can show them, pick up one, Lily, and just anyone, and you can see that you can't open it, right? They are super glued, so they're tight. Our goal is for nothing to come out. So whether we have a safe item in there or a chemical, we want them to be completely tight from being able to be open. So that's what a display looks like. You've probably seen them in different jars and canisters, but that's what we're going to use today. So right off the bat, I'm going to test their knowledge. Who would like to go first?
We're doing this. We're doing this one together.
Okay. You want to do
it? It's easy.
Okay. So let's do the first one together, and you pick out A and B. All right.
Okay.
We'll take a zoom in. Can you put them closer together? There we go. Okay. So which item is the safe item?
This one.
That one?
You can see it says Hershey's.
Okay, pretty obvious. And Lauren has a medicine. So we're going to consider that a poison. Now, what I'm telling all of you today is not that medications are poison. No way, shape, and form am I saying that. But they can be harmful for you if you take them at the incorrect dosage, or if you take somebody else's medication. That's a big lesson to learn here. Medications are intended to help certain cases, certain causes, and it can really be detrimental if you get into that. So yes, you guys got that one correct. All right, let's do the next one here, the middle two.
Okay.
All right, so we have C and D. Two items right there.
This
All right.
is hard.
All right, what if I told you one is a safe item, it's bubble gum, and the other one is a chewable antacid. So this is a medication you take if you have heartburn, indigestion, kind of like a Tums, but it's chewable. All right, so what are we gonna go with our safe item?
This one, because it's like ruffly and it's sticking.
Okay,
Wait.
and what letter is that?
C.
C?
Oh, wait.
All right.
This doesn't bubble. I don't know.
Yeah, you got it wrong, honey. C is actually the chewable antacid. So again, let's see that up
Wow.
close. And what about the bubble gum? Can you pull that out again? Let's take a look.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
was
so
thinking
trick
it gets
job.
hard, but
Are you smarter than a fifth grader? We are. I'm just kidding, Lily. That's a tough one. All right, let's put your sister to the test. All right, the last two. She is going to try to tell the difference between a sports drink, which she's an athletic girl, so she's used to some sports drinks that look like that, and a household window cleaner. All right, Lauren, take a look. Which one do you think is the safe item?
I think this one is.
What's the E? Okay. Would you bet $1,000 on that?
No.
All right, well, that's probably good because E is actually the window cleaner and F is the sports drink. So, you know how you can tell? Actually, shake them up.
bubbles. Oh.
And you see bubbles in one?
Now
Quite a
look,
few
they're
bubbles.
Bubbles in them.
Yeah, but is one bubbling up a little bit more?
Yeah.
That's usually the window cleaner. All right. So again, a really fun, easy, creative way to teach your kids about chemical safety and do it in a fun, unique way. See if you can fool them on some of these items. So the other thing we're going to talk about here is just what some of these products are around them, okay? So we have things right now like, I'll start over on Lily's side. We have a bottle of water and some rubbing alcohol. What's another product that we said would look similar? As you know, rubbing alcohol and water are very clear. What's something else that could trick a young person?
Like bleach.
Bleach, yes. So you have to be really careful. A big lesson that we need to learn is that we don't want to put any chemicals outside of their original container, because that could be really a really, really scary situation. So if I put, let's say, my Windex in Lauren's Gatorade container that's the same color, what are the chances you think Lauren's going to be thirsty and grab that and get sick, get poisoned? So that's what we really have to be careful.
Couldn't you label them if sometimes?
You can label. We like to label our poison. So what's something we could do that we could label? Like label any poisonous items.
Mr. Yock Sticker.
Mr. Yock Sticker, yeah, you remembered. Yes. So there's Mr. Yock Sticker is still around. That's a good way you can go and poison proof your home. So if it's an item that is a chemical poison, you can put that Mr. Yock Sticker on. Little kids should know, hey, they shouldn't touch that. It's a poison. But in the case what you're saying, Lily, we still do not want to change them into the container, even if we put that Mr. Yuck sticker on. It's just sending the wrong message. All right, so we talked about water. Parmesan cheese, this is one we just talked about earlier because they were wondering why I put that out. But then Lauren said, hey, that does resemble something. A Parmesan cheese container, which is completely safe. We wouldn't eat our spaghetti and meatballs without it, right? What is something, Lauren, that you said that could resemble?
Isn't it called like Comet?
Comet, like a household cleaner. They're the same color. Many of us probably might remember that Comet and the Parmesan cheese used to have that same cardboard texture. Now Parmesan cheese has gone to the plastic. They both shake out. Yep. So if mom was cleaning the kitchen and had the Comet out, maybe she was making some pasta for lunch and had the Parmesan cheese out, a young child could easily come and mistaken them for the wrong item. So looking over here, I've kind of talked about the sports drinks already and Windex, but some other things would be like a Dawn dish soap. That looks very blue, like those two items behind it. Some cold medications like we have here, very much can look like another type of a sports drink or another antifreeze or another dangerous item we can find around the home, around the garage, or on the farm. And then even just a big plug right now for Clorox and Lysol wipes right now. We're seeing them used a lot with the coronavirus pandemic that's going on now. Most stores are out of them. But be careful and read the directions. You know, we use wipes a lot. We have babies, they have wipes. But, you know, make sure you're reading them. Some do require that you wear gloves. Some require certain precautions. So be a label reader, because I would guarantee that most of the time when we're using these chemicals, we're using them incorrectly. So that's really important. All right, the last thing we're going to cover here, Lily has it in front of her, and we worked on this together. If you're doing this at home, again, be very careful about this. Label it correctly, maybe put them in baggies, put them in jars, something we don't, and again, when this is over, we got to make sure we dispose of anything properly. So that's really an important thing. We don't want to get in our water or getting in our garbage and getting it in the wrong hands. So, but for the sake of this presentation, I took my cutting board out and I put a variety of items on it. Some of these items are completely safe. Some of the items are not. So I want to see if the girls can maybe tell the difference. I know that they helped me with this a little bit. Some of them they might know the answer, some they don't. So let's start up with the top here. You're going to notice we have, gummy type items. What do you guys think? Are those all safe items?
No.
No? Okay. Let me tell you right now, there are some that are vitamins, chewable vitamins, which again, fine for you if you take them in the correct dosage, maybe 1 or 2 a day. But if you treat them like gummy bears or gummy fruit snacks and eat like 10 to 12, you're going to get really sick. So, can you guys point out any safe items? Which one do you think are safe?
These gummies.
Those ones that are kind of in the shape of a fruit or vegetable. Yes,
and
those are safe.
This one kind of looks like a dot.
Yeah.
That does look like a dot, but that actually is a gummy vitamin.
Oh,
yes, so very, very tricky. Over here, 2 items. We're going to look at the laundry and the dishwashing pods that we have here. Again, they're pretty easy. The girls know that those are dangerous products, but just look at them. Look how colorful they are. Even Lauren, as we were moving them around, we noticed how, you have to be really careful when you handle these items, because they can, just one little touch or, a contact with water and they start to dissolve. So you've heard about, the dangers of these items. Just, again, please keep them out of reach in children. They're very appealing. The gel, like the colors, they're just very appealing to little children. So we got to be careful. All right, looking over, I have 3 piles here in the middle, a variety of candies, medications mixed together. Pretty hard to find out what what are the safe items, but how well do you think you can do? How about let's look at this first item here. There's one safe item, and the girls already know what this is, so I'll let them show you.
Because it's like,
Yeah.
it
It is actually a mint. I'll show you where I got it from. There's a little container here with mints in it. It is a mint, but when you put it together with those other items, again, be very, very, very tricky and very hard for a child to, identify what's a safe item, especially if that's laying on the countertop. How about over here with this pile?
This one?
Yes.
Okay, I don't think that one.
Okay. What do you think are the safe items?
This one.
Okay.
You
Lauren?
doing?
This one.
All right.
It's like,
Like
is
I
that
told you, we
one?
have at least one more.
Yeah.
All right,
but
they're
that
cheating.
one could be.
I know, that's an Advil. That could be. They did pull out the safe items. Our safe items over here are actually M&Ms and Skittles. So, but we've mixed them in there. But as you can see, when they're mixed right in there, it's very hard to tell the difference.
I almost thought that one was.
Yeah. Over here, one of our last piles here, we have a variety of different medications. What do you guys think? Where are the safe items?
These two.
Because they're
Okay,
big.
move 'em out.
They're really
Okay.
big.
Those are Mentos. Good job.
Yeah.
There's a few more in there. They'll look similar.
No, that's too big to be something.
Those are bottle caps. They're moving. Yep, they got the 4 bottle caps. And then the rest are either medications, and the large one is actually vitamin C.
They look so similar
chewable.
though. Like
They,
they're just a little bigger.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, so it's very, very, very good. And then last but not least, and the girls have already identified this, are Hershey's chocolate compared to a chocolate laxative. And they've looked at it, they said they look similar and they smell similar. So would a 2 or 3 year old child be able to likely tell the difference?
No.
I would.
No.
This one smells
This one
like
smells
chocolate.
exactly like chocolate.
Yeah,
If we had if you had a blindfold on and you smell them, you wouldn't be able
You'd
to
think
tell.
it's chocolate.
Very good. Well, that's all we have today. As you can see, we pulled stuff from around the house. We're stuck in the house. We're trying to make do. We're trying to learn some different lessons. So a great safety and health lesson that's going to keep your family keep them safe and healthy. What else can we say? So thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for more drops this coming week. Well, I hope you enjoyed this lesson today on chemical safety and this fun, creative, hands-on approach to teaching kids about poison lookalikes found around the home. To bring this topic into perspective, as I told you, it is one of my favorites that we teach at Progressive Agriculture Safety Day, and also one of our most popular ones. It's important this month because the 3rd week of March is dedicated to National Poison Prevention Week. And it's a really good time to bring awareness to some of the incidents, some of the fatalities related to chemical safety and unintentional poisoning. So just to, again, put this in perspective, here in the U.S., about each day, there are about 300 cases of unintentional poisonings, which end up with a child going to an emergency room. Out of that 300, and this is daily, 2 children die due to unintentional poisoning. And this is coming from the CDC. So that is why it is important to talk to our children. As you saw in the video, my 2 young ladies, 5th grade and 8th grade, we were able to fool them. I know some of the older kids, if you have teens at home or tweens at home, or just kids that think that they know it all, they may be fooled by this. And it is a really important topic to talk to your kids about. Some other things that you can mention is, one thing we'd love to hear is, what other lookalikes are you finding around your home or in your community? Because we know that there's always new ones emerging. So we'd love to hear about that. So as you talk to your children, let us know in the comments and show us maybe an activity that you did around chemical safety. That would be really cool. The other thing is, my girls mentioned in the video about the Mr. Yock stickers. I'm sure you've heard of them. If you have those, again, another teachable moment, go through your home and poison proof your entire house. Kids will know, especially if you have younger ones at home, they'll know if they see a Mr. Yock sticker, that item should not be touched. That is a chemical. The other unique thing about the Mr. Yock sticker is on each one is a universal number to the Poison Control Center closest to you. That number is 1-800 1-800-222-1222. So again, 1-800-222-1222. And that's a really important number. Put it in your cell phone. Put it in a place where you keep all your important phone numbers written down. Maybe it's on the refrigerator, near the refrigerator, on a desk, somewhere where anyone can access that, because might be a point where you need to make that phone call. Good example here is your child. Maybe they ingest more of their gummy vitamins than is recommended. You have some questions. You want to know if they need to seek medical attention right away, or if there is something you can do at home for them. Very good way to reach out through that phone number. So again, Mr. Yock Stickers, really good creative way to teach your children. So again, if you have older kids at home and this might be a little too juvenile for them, one thing that they could do is become label readers. So our chemicals, fertilizers, pesticides, medications, all around the home, farm, ranch, garage, they have labels. And those labels are going to tell you the proper application and usage, dosage. Ask the kids to do maybe a little scavenger hunt around on specific labels. Also, let's talk about what's the PPE, or the personal protective equipment that's needed to use some of those products, because many folks don't read that label to know that proper PPE that needs used. And let's also talk about disposal of those items. Some you can't just throw away. With our medications, we can't just flush them or put them down the drain or put them in the garbage. Many communities have collection centers or times of the year where they collect those products, because we don't want them to get into the wrong hands. We don't want them to get in our waterways. It's very important that we learn that. Same thing with our fertilizers, pesticides, and other chemicals. So again, really fun, creative activities while we're home here to really emphasize safety and health. Because if we learn it today and practice it today and tomorrow, we're going to be around. So have a good one. Hope to talk to you more this week and share some more daily drops with you on safety and health topics. Bye-bye.